pushing this idea that government is God. Worship the shrine of government. And we're sick and tired of it. So Joe Biden is nothing but a puppet for these Marxists, these totalitarians. And you know it's totalitarianism because one of the first things they do, and I know you can chime in with what's happened in Armenia, having been a Soviet country in the past, what's the first thing they do in totalitarian regimes? They start attacking religious liberties. They don't want you gathering in churches. Again, you go to all these Democrat states, they're locked down. They don't want you going to church, but if you hate the country, you can gather up, you can burn.
I gotta let you hear the brother speak some truth.
But they don't want you worshiping God. They don't want you seeing anything higher than the state. The state is the highest entity to them. And that's why they're able to do what they do, because they don't want you worshiping God. You see it in China. They persecute Christians. They lock up Muslims. They do a lot of things because they want to remarket, repackage. They're like, you can support God, but it's going to be a Chinese communist version where we can monitor it. We need oversight over your Christianity because, God forbid, you start thinking of yourself as an individual.
See all the people?
You start thinking of yourself as a sovereign individual, you'll start to push back against the state. And there's no bigger threat.
Watch these on Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube. You get the whole story, not the edited shit.
The church is closed. And you said that to your point. And, you know, in California, there's pastors that have $250,000 plus fines for opening up their church. The church and Dr. Greg Locke, he has a church in Thousand Oaks. They've been open, but he keeps getting fines. But that's what you got to do. So I encourage everybody, if your church is not open, beg your pastor to please open this church. The time to have a wokeness on the church, now is not the time for the wokeness in the church. And that's a whole nother broadcast we can have. But I think as evangelical Christians, you've got to get out and make a statement, because this country literally is on the verge of going one direction or the other. And we can all, as you know, we all as proud Americans definitely want to go in the right direction.
Absolutely. Well stated, man. Like, Joe Biden is a weak sellout puppet for far left ideology. AOC is the puppet master. He is basically a ventriloquist dummy at this point. He says what they tell him to say. Same with Kamala Harris. She's a sneak. If she gets power.
I voted Trump and straight Republican. Absentee ballot like normal. I followed my ballot. It's been received and counted. I have voted straight Republican.
The first president.
Straight pro-life.
I want to say Reagan.
Straight God.
Actually come out and say the March for Life and pro-life. Every other president has kind of skirted around it, and that is both the Bushes, that is Obama, that is Clinton, that is everyone that precedes Trump. He is the most pro-life president that we've ever had. And so if that is a big hot point for you, and you're a big pro-life advocate, then there's absolutely if there's no other issue on the table right now.
There is no other issue on the table.
Pro-life.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Now, guys, we are just about 15 minutes away from President Trump arriving in Carson.
He's flying in anytime soon.
Anytime he's going to be
and
flying.
we'll be checking in later. This is either wonderful interview, wonderful people, wonderful message they just had. You don't have a choice. You got to vote Trump. You got to go straight ticket so Trump can get done what needs to happen. God help us. I'm out.
If not more,